Air Soldier Mainstay, advantages of F-16 combat aircraft made in the United States. The birth of the F-16 fighter jet is inseparable from the challenges that the U.S. military will have to face in the future. Especially modern combat, which also requires more sophisticated aircraft. Based on the experiences of the Korean War and the Vietnam War, missiles were the main threat. Based on the missile threat, it is necessary to create a cutting-edge aircraft capable of avoiding pursuit by missiles, and a radar capable of detecting both targets and threats of missile attacks from the enemy. Not only that, the required fighter aircraft must also be agile in maneuvering, and has a complete arsenal that can be used to attack targets on the ground as well as in the air. To create such a fighter, coincidentally among the U.S. Air Force, USAF, there is an experienced pilot, Colonel John Boyd, who really understands about modern fighter aircraft technology. As a former U.S. Air Force mainstay fighter pilot during the Korean War, Boyd knows very well what kinds of maneuvers and aircraft tactics need to be created to deal with air combat in the modern era. The fighter that Boyd meant was a light fighter type, lightweight fighter/LWF, which can be maneuvered to the maximum in air combat. Boyd, who then showed his skills at the fighter weapons school by defeating his instructors, eventually evolved to design a fighter that will be produced, namely the F-16. After the F-16 was successfully produced by General Dynamics in October 1976, the maneuver tactics created by Boyd were implemented as the main standard for U.S. fighter pilots. A number of advantages possessed by the F-16, among others. Prioritizing stability and comfort for pilots with control systems using fly-by-wire (FWB). In addition, the F-16 is also equipped with the latest combat equipment so that pilots can fight up to 9G. Place the rudder stick to the right so the pilot can observe the cockpit more freely. Another advantage is the placement of the pilot's ejection seat position, which reclines 30 degrees backwards. The frameless bubble canopy allows the pilot to see in all directions. Meanwhile, the F-16 device that plays a role in supporting its combat capabilities is Westinghouse and /APG 66 Doppler target finder radar located in the nose of the aircraft. This radar is able to detect targets accurately with various modes. There are 4 radar modes for air-to-air combat purposes, and Mode 7 for ground attack, air-to-surface attack. In operation, the pilot can easily understand the data sent via the radar. Because data from the radar and navigation system is displayed to the pilot in a head-up and head-down display. Another device that also determines the combat performance of the F-16 is the Early Warning Radar, Radar Warning System RWR ALR-69. This radar can identify targets ranging from the type of enemy aircraft, position, and the SAM ground-air missile system, and at the same time can detect the position of the AAA anti-aircraft gun. Thanks to the presence of the ALR-69 radar, the pilot will receive a warning if a danger appears while being able to destroy the threat. The armament of the F-16 as a light fighter is diverse and consists of very deadly weapons. The weapons included one M61 Vulcan Gatling machine gun caliber 20 mm, 70 mm caliber CRV-7 rockets, 6 AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles or 6 AIM-120 AMRAAM or 6 Python-4 missiles. For land targets, the F-16 is equipped with 6 AGM-65 Maverick air-to-surface missiles or 4 AGM-119 Penguin anti-ship missiles. When it was operated by the USAF for the first time, the F-16 was nicknamed the Fighting Falcon. It was first operated by the 388th Tactical Fighter Wing based at Hill Air Force Base. As a fighter that later proved its ability, Penguin anti-ship missiles, while the number of bombs that can be carried is especially when shown at the 1975 Paris Air Show, other countries were competing to buy it. A number of US allied countries that later purchased F-16s in large quantities were Belgium, 116, Denmark, 58, the Netherlands, 102, and Norway, 72. In subsequent developments, the F-16 was not only produced in the US. A number of countries have been licensed by the US to manufacture it. The countries that later produced the F-16 were Turkey and South Korea. At least until now, the Turkish aviation industry, Turkish Aerospace Industries, TAI, has produced 232 F-16 Block 30/40/50 units. Meanwhile, South Korea's aviation industry, Korean Aerospace Industries, has produced 140 F-16 Block 52 units.
Military Combat News newspaper brings you the latest breaking news videos and explainers from the UK and around the world. Be a loyal subscriber of Military Battle News and press the bell to be first on our news.